Just be queen of a puddle, and then you can be queen of a pond, and then queen of a lake, and then queen of a bay, and then queen of an ocean. But you got to start with the puddle.
Hey, Alex, how is it going?
Salina, what's going on?
How do you strike the balance between offering free value to pay offers? Like, when is the perfect time to make that switch?
So you give until they ask. Simple as that. You give and you keep giving and you keep giving and you keep giving until eventually people are like, dude, what else do you have? Can I get this from you? Like, we give free stuff in order to get more people interested and earn more trust so that on a longer time horizon, we can convert more people into customers. And the best way, increase someone's conviction that they're going to get value from you in the future is to provide value to them in the present. If I go to the same 100 people and say, hey, can I solve one of your problems for free? More than one person will say yes. Maybe 20 people will say yes. And then from those 20 people, when you crush it for them, and then say, hey, by the way, I solved this first problem, you now have another problem.
How do you come up with that idea and think about, okay, I'm going to give this for free?
My level of output and my understanding of how much work capacity I have has continued to increase over time. I've put 200 hours into the presentation that I'm going to be giving on Saturday. Most people don't put 200 hours into their product. It's just orders of magnitude in terms of difference. And so like if people saw how much time I put into the things, they wouldn't be surprised by the value. They'd be like, well, that makes sense. He spent 200 hours on it. Actually, I'm a little embarrassed for the guy. He spent basically 5 weeks of work hours to make one, 90-minute presentation. And so I think that if you were to think about like, for you to actually spend legitimately, like working hours, spend 200 hours on making something really good. And that doesn't mean making it longer. It means making it better. And then give that away for free. And then what happens is if it really is good, people will then share it with other people. And then you get double effect. You get more people to take you up on the free offer, and then their friends send you other people. There's so much more work that goes into it. I spent 6 hours a day for 2 years on this next book. But you just have to be able to block the time and say the first 4 hours of my day, every day for this month, are making this thing. And I'm gonna make it exceptional. And the thing is, document you making it. Show people how much work you're putting into it. And then when you do have it, they're like, wow, she really did this. She didn't just whip up a PDF that took her a day. I used to think that a day of like, this took me a whole day. A whole day in my mind was a long time. And the nice thing is that the really valuable fruit are right in front of everyone. It just has a very tall ladder. So you just have to climb a lot longer than other people will to go pick the fruit, but it's right in front of you. You just have to spend way more time making the thing exceptional. Which also means that all the other distractions that you're probably distracted on right now, these little side projects, this is me just guessing right now, right? You have to cut that because what you realize is the amount of work that's required to make something exceptional precludes you from doing multiple things. Yes. Like you can't do multiple things well. You can do one thing exceptionally well. And that means that you have to say no to everything else.
Oh, hello, Insider. Love what you're learning so far. I'm interrupting my own episode for this. Want to create a LinkedIn strategies that work for you and your business? Book a LinkedIn blind spot call with us today, right here. The link is in the description below. We'll take a look at your overall goals on LinkedIn. We'll also be identifying areas that could be improved on and then point you in a direction that solves you what's holding you back on LinkedIn so that you can start getting better results. So right now, go ahead, hit that book button, get it going. We cannot wait to talk to you, get to know you, as well as your business. And of course, explore how we can make LinkedIn work for you and your business. As of now, let's head back to the episode. Yeah. How do you find that exceptional thing then?
It's not that you find it, you make it. The more you do, the better you get. And the more you pull the thread on any of the things that you're interested in, the deeper you'll go on it because you will get better at it by the very fact of how much volume you're putting into it. So whatever it is that you help people with, the one that makes you the most money right now, ignore everything else, ignore the other opportunities and say like, how do I make this even easier? Which means that, you know what? I've been offering one product, but I really have 3 avatars. And so I need to just make this tiny tweak here so that this person and this person and this person will be successful. Now, if I was going to lean in even more, I would say just pick one of the 3 and then exclude the other ones. Just master a puddle. Just be queen of a puddle. And then you can be queen of a pond, and then queen of a lake, and then queen of a bay, and then queen of an ocean, right? But you got to start with the puddle because you're like half in, half out between different ones.
Figuring out what's my thing that I'm really, really good at and like spend a lot of time on and perfecting that.
Do the one that you forget about time while you're doing it, and then you will become excellent. Because you'll be able to actually keep working. Like, you have to solve for what is the thing that I can work the most, like, this amount of work is required to get where you want to go, right? To be exceptional. And so then what you solve for is, how can I find something that I don't mind doing this much work of? But this much work is required no matter what.
Thank you so much for the opportunity, and thank you so much for the answer. Check out this next video, my step-by-step roadmap to build wealth.